Mihai's second sortie was designed to calculate how his physiology changed under the stress of combat. My job was to compare his performance as a pilot now to when he was younger and understand how his skills evolved. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I wanted to know the answers anymore. For a man his age, Mihai's body was unbelievably resilient, remarkably flexible. His reflexes were as sharp as they ever were. Still, after all those years of flying in the outer layers of the atmosphere, even someone as strong as Mihai wasn't immune to the effects of the strain. The human body is fragile. It was not meant to handle the excessive amounts of radiation that constantly bombarded the stratosphere. For Mihai's second sortie, we used a flight suit that was still untested. He seemed fine on takeoff, but by the time he landed back at the base, it was clearly a mess. He got caught in a surprise dogfight with an especially stubborn enemy. It took a while for Mihai to bring him down.
Suspend mission.
The suit was ineffective. According to the data, it wouldn't let him fly to his full potential. A new flight suit was made to my exact specifications. When it finally arrived, Mihai's granddaughters glared at me with their disapproval. They blamed me for the pain their grandfather had to keep enduring. But Mihai remained stoic. He wasn't the type of man who cared about anything that happened here on the ground. I wasn't worried about it. I was confident the new suit would protect him thoroughly so that he could maneuver his plane any way he wanted. The moment he took off in his new flight suit, I realized what I had failed to before. Right after takeoff, as the wheels retracted, the plane suddenly arced up. It accelerated so quickly. I had never seen a plane move like that before. Mihai hit the high G's multiple times before disappearing into the blue. The support team couldn't even keep up. And then I knew. I understood why he never seemed to care about restoring his stolen country back to its former glory, and why he didn't seem to care about anything that happened here on the ground. Of course, Mihai's kingdom was the sky.
The operation to capture Erusia's capital, Farbanti, is beginning. This is the culmination of our work. We need to capture the Erusian forces' general headquarters in the south of Farbanti and end this war. The plan is for ground troops to attack Farbanti from both the east and north, and a task fleet will attack from the southwest. We will secure air superiority over the capital, while providing air support for our allies on the ground and in the water as required. By all accounts, we expect this to be an intense, full-scale battle across land, sea, and air. Should you need to replenish your ammunition or make necessary repairs to your craft, a return line has been set up in the north. During this operation, we will also be tasked with having to destroy the communications satellites that Erusia hacked. If we take down the information communication system that we believe they have control over, it should plunge Erusia into chaos. Once the capital falls, the Erusian military will be isolated and thrown into chaos, making it easier for us to end the war. However, that can't happen until after the capital falls, so you guys are the stars of this battle. Erusia will fight like a tiger, but we cannot lose. We must seize the capital and end this war.
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
Our troops have engaged at Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. Really putting the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a little bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all of you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back in one piece.
Strider 1, return line to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Captain's back in the saddle with Cyclops 2. It's gonna be flying with you again, partner.
Cute. No, it's real funny.
Strider 1, missile away.
Spike, breaking away. Missile, break, break! Enemy has fled. I'm hit, but still fighting. Salamander 6, hostile at the lock.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Target acquired.
On you.
Break!
Missile. Missile.
They shut down one of us.
Bandit on your tail. Get some distance.
Ground forces are now moving to capture Farbanti Reconstruction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to detect them. They can use some air support.
They took a bite out of me. Breaking.
Missile.
Look out. Missile closing.
Missile.
Missile hit.
Missile. Missile.
Behind the enemy.
Missile away.
Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital. Breaking, breaking.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Stop these guys before somebody lights a fire on our asses. I'm taking damage, but I'm good to go.
Target was not struck.
Break the block. I'm on his back. Gonna break it, breaking, breaking. Friendly has been shot down.
Who cares if the aircraft's got 3 strikes? Dodge that missile.
Missed.
Strider 1, locked on target.
We've got flies buzzing around our heads. Don't take your eyes off them.
Hold them! Don't let them through!
After me. Breaking. I got a bandit on lock. Half the enemy's already down. That LRSSC is really something. One, be careful up there. We shot down many.
Fox 2! Fox 2!
Strider 1, target destroyed.
Roger. The park will be secured. The OC and Big Shots cleared the way.
I know the feeling.
These guys can My job just got that much harder.
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading for 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other one.
Roger.
HQ, we're falling back. We don't stand a chance against their air support.
Hold your ground. Okay, Trigger. The submerged area is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
Let's go. Who's in?
Roger.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
Missile.
Enemy has a lock on you.
Missile.
Missile, evade.
Missile.
Missile hit.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, missile launched.
3 strikes overhead. Pretty luck now on our side.
They're veterans of multiple naval battles. Do not underestimate them.
Trying to stop our advance.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
Enemy's got a lock!
Caution. Pull up.
Strider 1 is down!
Our troops have engaged at Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I've got some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. You're really putting the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a little bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back and win ace.
Strider 1, return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Count is back in the saddle as Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Cute. Ah, it's real funny.
This is Michael 2. Enemy escaped. Friendly shot down. Fox 2, Fox 2.
Stall warning.
Salamander 6, attack ineffective. Enemy on your tail.
Strider 1, missile away.
Missile. Missile.
This is Rigel 2. I'm damaged, but still airborne. This is Rigel 2. Evading missile. You're mine. I got a bandit on lock. Salamander 3, Fox 2.
Ground forces are now moving to capture Farbanti Reconstruction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to detect them. They could use some air support.
Missile.
Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital.
Missile.
Evading. Allied shutdown.
Strider 1, locked on target.
Cyclops 2, Fox 2.
3, I'm gonna have a lock on me. The missile got through our ETM. Shoot it.
Sensor destroyed.
Missile. Missile.
Fox 2.
Fox 2.
It's a big maze.
Locked on, you're mine.
Keep an eye on your radar. All it takes is one missile and your history.
Hold them! Don't let them through!
Roger. Mark room destroyed. Yogi and Big Shot clear the way.
I know the feeling.
Face forward and keep your eyes on the enemy.
HQ, we're falling back. We don't stand a chance against their air support.
Hold your ground.
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading for 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other.
Roger.
Target acquired.
Okay, Trigger. The submerged area is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
Let's go. Lucian.
Roger.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Fox 2.
Pull up.
Target is hit.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Enemy has a lock on you.
Missile. 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 Missile.
This fleet won't lose. We have experience on our side. A lot of standstill. We're pinned down.
Missile.
3 strikes overhead. Lady Luck's now on our side.
Say goodbye. Strider 3, warning. Missile inbound.
Vessel confirmed sunk.
We've lost 30% of our fleet. It's going to be difficult to complete our mission given the circumstances.
Everyone's requesting backup. They'll take forever to get here.
Enemy morale is high. Danger on.
We need to reform our ranks.
Missile.
Strider 1, missile closing. Evade.
Thanks to our air support, victory is within sight. Let's turn the remaining enemies into shark bait.
Enemy's got a lock.
Retreat. The flag is loaded. We need to take out those missiles.
Steer clear of the fucking allied ship. Just how many did we lose? Strider 4, Fox 2.
Missile away. Missile hit.
What do you mean, retreat? The enemy has sealed off the harbor, preventing us from landing.
Enemy reinforcements on radar. Take them out.
Hostile forces moving near enemy HQ. We don't have enough units to hold them.
Split up. The longer this drags on, the greater our losses.
Roger that.
Strider 1, target acquired.
That area's all yours, Strider. You're back in one squadron at the Silver Bridge.
Missile. Missile.
I got a bandit on lock.
Missile. Missile.
Drive the enemy back. Take out his men.
Missile. Missile. Caution.
No use.
Target destroyed.
Missile.
Missile! Strike! Strike!
Missile. 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 Missile.
You know how many they've taken out? Send your best. Where's 3 strikes? Enemy shot down. I got a bandit on lock.
decided.
Missile. Caution. Pull up.
Target eliminated.
Missile. Missile.
The enemy's striking back with everything they've got.
Missile.
Fox 2. Missile evaded.
Stall warning.
This is the Stark. There are small boats hiding in the
Stall
ruins.
warning.
Take them out before they can approach the fleet.
The attacks just keep coming!
Breaking out of lock.
I thought it was easier to survive the battle.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
I don't like the look of things. They're relentless.
Caution.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Salamander 3, locked on. Reduce altitude. Fly between the buildings.
Missile hit. Strider 1, Fox 2. 5 minutes remaining.
Missile.
I'm gonna open this guy up.
Missile.
Evade. Continuing attack. Lockdown bandit. Attacking.
The air support considerably improved the mass resistance from the Illusion Army. Operation nearly complete. Just need to see it through.
Understood. Understood.
All right.
Stall warning.
Understood. Understood. Understood.
Missile.
We need more air support. We can't hold the bridge much longer without it.
Eyeball to Tucker 2-4. Requesting fire for range. Coordinates 2294 5002. Targeting enemy NBC formation. Fire for effecting your strongest round. The enemy is worn out. This is our chance.
Lost half our men? What about the reinforcements?
Missile. Missile.
Eyeball to Tucker 2-4. Bracketing is complete. Fire for effect. Careful. Roger. Begin firing. Headquarters at 2870. Elevation 237. Prepare to volley. Fire.
Call reinforcements! Damn it! Should have known it sooner!
So we're still recovering from the last battle.
Missile.
Taking some enemy!
And impact. Tucker 2-4. Don't leave you on our eardrums next time. Thanks for the fire support. We need that bridge to establish our position. Give those ground troops all support they need.
Caution. Pull up.
The park's wide open. There's nowhere to hide.
Lockdown bandit. Attacking.
Enemy has a radar lock on me.
3 minutes remaining.
Cyclops,
We've spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Copy.
Trigger. It's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
You don't need to try and target every enemy.
Bring it on
Just
me.
keep your focus. Take one down, then move on to the next.
We can still win as long as we don't give up.
This is phase 1. Vermont reconstruction park is under our control. Now, onto the enemy headquarters. Hey, those are our planes.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Make your landing check. Too fast. Lower airspeed. Back left. Strider 1, this is Control Tower. The runway is clear.
Hey, those are our planes. Give them away. Charge. Tear down that barricade.
Don't let them through!
They're not giving up. Evade. Final one has eliminated the target.
2 minutes remaining.
Ground target destroyed.
Time to attack. Here's how hard we're pushing from up here.
Fox 2.
You did really well out there. There's a sure to bring an end to the war. You'll be heroes.
Don't know what medals they've got for you, but if you want one, come back in one piece.
The enemy is showing signs of fatigue. Deal the final blow. Let's teach a lesson to those arrogant Ocean bastards.
Strider 1, enemy vessel destroyed. 1 minute remaining.
Ram 2, on my target still. Attack this.
Strider 1, missile away.
Fall back 900 yards. 3 strikes is here. This is Michael 1. Let's fight. There are no reinforcements coming. Your fleet will destroy back to baseline enemy raid.
Evade!
30 seconds remaining.
Evade that missile, Strider 2!
The enemy's got a lock.
Target is down!
Target acquired.
Watch out for those enemy tanks. Don't want any surprises.
All aircraft, listen carefully. This is Lancaster. We have the upper hand. The enemy headquarters is almost ours. Operation to eliminate all enemy satellites also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? Because I'm buying.
Roger that.
Man, don't jinx us!
Ah, you're right. New bogies. No, 5 Su-30s inbound.
It's Mr. X.
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We've just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The 2 leaders are at different levels. But don't underestimate the rest of them either. Mission proved to be fun. It's just like you say. The enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
Good ship is sunk. Single fighter coming back around.
Don't let Mr. X run wild. Friendlies are suffering heavy damage. Yes, target's still active.
Mr. X is eating through the Ocean forces.
No. Who are these guys?
Missile launched.
Target locked. Don't go out alone. 2 or more on each target.
I see them stuck soon after. That's the last we heard from them.
Not long before our forces are routed. Fox 2.
Stop, Mr. X.
Missile.
Missile hit.
Missile.
This one's got skills.
Missile.
Cyclops 3. I've been hit. I gotta eject.
Target in gun range.
Took him out one by one. Cyclops 3 is bailed out safe. Don't worry, I'll get some wing.
Missile.
Listen, Trigger, real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home. I like his move. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X. What? All right, he grabbed the bait. Time to take him for a ride. Man, this is one stubborn bastard. He's on my tail, but he won't fire. Wait for the perfect shot, eh? Sorry, stranger. My boys won't let you have it.
Target is hit.
Nice, fine. Give him one more. They have a lock on you. Shake him.
Missile. Missile.
I'm on my target's tail.
Bandit has a lock.
Enemy has a lock on me.
Target was not struck.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Bandit fire missile. You're quite the entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot.
Missile. Missile.
Wasn't a bad pilot.
Wiseman! Missile closing!
I'll keep him on me. Just a
Cyclops One
bit
missile.
longer.
Shit. Cyclops 1 is down.
Cyclops 1 is down.
Eject already, Wiseman!
Missile.
I'm sorry, Count.
Missile.
This plane exploded.
Missile.
Wiseman! Stay strong. We're not done here. Cyclops 2, you've got the lead. Wiseman! Shit! Negative, Cyclops 2. You're the lead. I can't do it. Trigger should take command. The duty is yours. It's impossible. Do it. Damn it. Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
Missile count.
Missile. Missile.
Now I see why he's the king of the skies. Trigger's our only hope.
Fox 2. Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
These guys are way out of my league. I can't even get in close to them.
Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Missile hit.
Good job.
Missile.
Damn.
Now go finish the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can. My radar suddenly turned off.
What is it? Respond.
My data won't update.
My HUD is
Damn
glitching
it.
out.
What was that?
I've lost radar contact. What's up?
Look at the sky. Towards the sun.
What is that?
A star? No. Maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Farbanti's now under OCN control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, we all feel the same way.
Shit.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusian territory. Other Allied aircraft have probably been forced to make emergency landings at other airfields. We don't know much. The mission to capture the capital is nearly complete, but we unfortunately have no intel. The enemy communication satellites are down, and we have confirmed the deaths of several Erusian leaders. But our enemy was smart. They had a similar plan. Our own communication systems were destroyed at approximately the same time. We have no idea when or if they'll come back online. Stand by for further details.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Erusia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, We will follow the strategy that was originally planned and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
It's something I'll never get used to. But tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Stall warning.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
Your delusions of fighting with drones is what got us into this mess.
Caution.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you, man.
Understood. Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route.
Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your camps to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
War is something I'll never get used to. But tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and a roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich.
Strider 2, Fox 2.
Strider 1, missile launched. Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you. Understood.
You were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that.
Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route. It's Erusian.
They are responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Lancaster. They've opened up a path for us. The more the merrier. We can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes. We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
Lancaster, we're taking fire from the vehicles ahead.
Attention, Ocean forces. Your target is carrying a peace envoy.
Hold your fire! I repeat, hold your fire!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
It's Erusian military.
Stall warning. Missile.
Wait, the General managed to convince them.
Missile.
Listen, those that protect General LaFarge are the real patriots. Onward!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
There's a vehicle up ahead. Think it's gonna ask us to pay a toll? Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go.
We archived all the orders that we've shot when the communication networks come back online.
Missile hit.
We need to remind everyone that there's no such thing as a clean war. Signs of a clean warfare at the beginning of this war are now gone. The friendly has been shut down.
Missile warning.
Strider 1, don't eyes up.
Stall warning. Missile. Missile.
It's
Missile.
no good. There's still a car on the road. Just to be safe, we'd better avoid the highway and head for the warehouse district. Lancaster, we're taking a detour. Don't lose us.
Stall
Strider
warning.
1, General's route has changed. Keep your eyes on his vehicle. Don't let him out of your sight.
Here comes a traitor, Lafarge. This is a white net they've cast. They really don't want the war to end, do they? Lafarge in that vehicle!
Missile.
They've been set up in all the right places.
There's a vehicle blocking the road.
Missile.
No response to the hails. It's the radicals. We have some enemies coming up behind us. They're gaining on us.
Caution.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
Which faction is the head of our organization? We need to know this one.
Caution.
We changed our route, but the enemy's still on us. Strider 3, Fox 2.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, AA gun destroyed.
Wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. The Belkin technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. For those of you listening in, am I wrong? We're heading towards Grunder Park. Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there. Get them before they get us! There are rumors of a military group calling itself the Free Erusians.
Enemy's got a lock.
You guys have opened the trial before, leading our country even further into ruin.
An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling. Current confirmed.
Hostile lock on you, Strider 1.
Thanks. We would have been toast.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 1999 Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't they know nowhere is safe?
Our capital's fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War. Radio? You had one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
Weapons hold!
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
The bridge is being blocked off by a tank. This isn't good. There's a fire on a moment's notice. An armored vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
We're taking fire! Take care of them! That's enough. From here on out, all aircraft are prohibited from taking off. I'm hit! Get this guy off my back! I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us. Thanks.
Ocean forces at landfill number 7. This is Apex Law broadcaster.
That vehicle is one of ours! Cease fire! The info just came through!
We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood.
Missile.
ID'd as Erusian military.
These talks. How are we supposed to tell the difference? There are enemies everywhere. Unknown aircraft approaching.
Caution. Pull up.
Vehicle eliminated.
Missile.
Strider 1, bandit on your tail.
We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belgian technology than just UAVs. Thinking IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. They used it to make drones that resembled Ocean fighters. And then to assassinate Harvey and put the blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Belgian technology only brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe Russia is responsible for Harlan's assassination.
You talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
They don't respond. Shoot them down!
Missile. 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 Caution.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
Missile. Caution.
It's Erusian military.
The General's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
Missile. Caution. Caution.
Missile launched. APC eliminated.
Missile.
Anti-aircraft guns destroyed.
Missile.
McGuire's locked on bandit. Firing!
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing.
Nice.
Glad to see the Oceans attacking the radicals.
Missile.
That was your last long chapter. We've been briefed and we're here to help.
Regionalism is part of the infighting within these groups.
Pull up. Slow warning.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Wilco.
Roger. Glad we wait for him. Don't worry. We won't let anybody through after you.
Almost at the rendezvous. Need the rear to the others. Understood.
The radicals truly believe boosting drone production will make up for our losses. They shouldn't be taking responsibility for the capital's fall, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Osea quickly. We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too. Who can we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erusian News Network. He dodged it! Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa, whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft my grandfather told me about. The one with the scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait, unknown's attacking the girl's plane.
Alma, hold on tight.
Lancaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
Go, Warning.
What?
They could be Ocean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
That's all we can do.
ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell's going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right, I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Missile.
Granted.
Wilco.
Wilco.
Yeah, good work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Careful, those guys are good. Wait, you don't think it was Ocean big shots too? I managed to catch a glimpse of the 3 strikes.
Don't miss. Aim carefully.
9. No good. Shit. Trigger, ceasefire.
Bandit sighted. I'm cornered.
Go, Warning. Go, Warning.
Missile closing, evading.
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
They're in my way.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you. Target's in machine gun range.
Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
No. The escort fighter is... The drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Lancaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, Ocean craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons free. You are cleared to attack the escort.
Wilco. Understood.
Wilco.
Can't afford the MQ-99 launch. Our commands are overridden. They must be accessing it remotely. Which unit is
Go,
behind this?
Warning.
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
To build something else entirely.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Drones, headed this way.
No. The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
I've been spiked.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Missile.
Warning,
Missile.
enemy has a beat on you. 5 bandits remaining.
Damn it. They don't have the drive they need.
Autonomous mode is fully functional. They're incredible.
It's not enough to be really functional.
Knocked on
4 bandits left.
There has to be a time that it should not function. They are after the data, aren't they?
Bandits to go. 2 bandits left. Show them what you got. Target is in machine gun range.
Punch 2.
1 bandit to go. Strider 1, missile launched.
That's what I like to see.
Another story to tell my boy. Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
All hostiles, huh?
General, the Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Were you sent by the General's staff? No, we'd like you to send... I can't!
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Broadcaster, are all of you...
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead.
What did you say?
Apparently, he was shot down by another Ocean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.